Hi guys, my name's Subnautica, I'm the man on the Mountain, and welcome back to Subnautica. Now, we've just kind of seen the sunbeam explode, our would-be saviours are all dead, but we did gather a whole load of stuff that we arguably need to get a move down towards the Lost River and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is head back to our base over there. At which point then we're going to unload all the stuff that we got. We're going to try and make these decoys, which are going to be important to us as we go deeper. And then we're going to start deciding on what kind of base we need to build down there. We're going to take a look at what we can do in regards to a power supply, in regards to as much... That was an unnerving sound. But hey, yeah, we need to take a look at what we need for power supplies. We need to take a look at what we need for whatever else. Where exactly we're going to end up putting it, I'm not sure. Whether or not we'll need, whether or not we can use geothermal, or whether or not we're going to have to rely on something like nuclear. Nuclear. We've got a mix on our main base over here because we've got the nuclear generator kind of down there. Let's not be this side, shall we? Because there's a warper over there. So what we'll do is we'll come round here. Okay. Well, no, we need to. I keep forgetting to turn the engine off. We need to turn that
engine
off.
Powering down.
Yeah, because we're not necessarily running low on power, but we're gonna want full power by the time we see what we've got. That one's alright. Those two could use some help. I mean, they're all doing okay. So what we might do is we'll finish kind of sorting out what we need from around the place, and then subsequent to that we'll pick up kind of whatever else we need. Okay, so let's go and get rid of this stuff first. We'll get Hardy out last, because his inventory I think is still full of stuff as well. But what we'll do, hold on, how are we doing on rods here? Oh, we've got another depleted one. That's, oh, didn't mean to do that. What we'll do is we'll sort that out later. It's 2 rods. I mean, we're still at 700 power. We're fine, relatively speaking. But let's break these down so that we can stash them. So what I'm thinking is we'll take something like up there with us that's not going to be kind of especially hard to kind of build, like just one habitat, one kind of power supply, whatever else we happen to just need at the time. You know, we'll do that all in kind of one fell swoop. Nope, that was the wrong way. How many of you guys are? Oh wow, there are loads of you in there now. That's awesome. You guys are great. Anyway, let's head back down. No, that was up. I want to go down. Let me go down, please. Nope, that's still up. Oh no, I'm stuck. Down. There we go. Okay. But we need to. Yeah, we need to get hold of. Where are you? There you are. We need to get hold of a load of bits and pieces for
Captain. All systems online.
What? Nuclear. Be needing like lubricant and lead and whatever else. We need to sort out all of the decoys, which is also going to be a thing because I don't think we've necessarily got enough copper yet. Which is it's maybe not the worst problem that we've come across so far. You know, copper is arguably fairly common, and I think we've still got some in one of these somewhere, but, you know, obviously we want to make sure that we've got more than enough to build those, like a full stack of decoys before we head on our merry way. I stash stuff in here? I can, awesome. Okay, that's you done. Just drink one of those. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna... I'm torn between trying to get close to the edge of the areas that would allow for kind of a thermal power plant, like that one down there, and just going nuclear because nuclear's easy. But it's like, nuclear's easy, but then we don't have an awful lot of whatever else we might need down there. Whilst if we stick hold on. You're at full charge. Okay, that's cool. But if we stick kind of straight to kind of nuclear straight away, then potentially we then run out of power after a time if I don't end up going back there a lot, because we want it as a kind of way station, and as a, you know, we might build another sensor room down there, but I'm not sure if it's entirely worth it, but we'll see. Right, that's not what I meant to do at all. I meant to land it on the platform and take the stuff out of its inventory. God damn it. It's fine. Come on, Hardy, just drop. And then I'll get out. Stay over there, asshole. Open storage. Oh, I thought you had more inside of you. Oh well. Apparently I can't remember from yesterday what exactly I did, but hey ho. But right, let's go and see what we can make so far. Because we got a lot of acid mushrooms, we've got some copper, and we've got titanium. So we need all the copper we've got. We need a load of titanium. We don't need the gold, sorry. More copper. Because we need, this is the problem. We need both copper wire and we need... Yeah, we need copper wire and we need batteries. And granted, we do actually have a fair number of batteries in the Cyclops that are just sitting there kind of unused. And we do have a recharge station here now, so we need 5 copper wire. This is 4, isn't it? Is that all the copper we had there? It is. How many batteries do we need per thing? Just the one. So if we get 5 batteries out of the Cyclops, let's go do that. Because they've just been sat there for a while now, because I've been able to, both whilst I'm swimming around with my little charge fins, you know, I can recharge my flashlight here by turning it off and just swimming around. So with that in mind, you know, and the fact that we've got the recharge station in our base there, what we can do is, like, do we have any zero charge batteries here? No, but we do have 3, 4, 5. Okay. That means we've still got some 100% charge batteries on the Cyclops here for if we need them, but we want these decoys sorted because they're going to be super useful. So mostly the thing that I want to do most with them is ensure that we get past the juvenile ghost leviathans because inventory full. How many things does it take up? Do you know what? Hold on, let's stash those for the moment, and then how big are you? Holy shit. Okay then. Right, well hold on, let's stick, because if we've got all the batteries we need, we can stick those in here. We can pick up some more titanium. How many is that? Like, if this is, what, 6, then that's got to be 9. 5. Let's just ditch all of our unnecessary gear. So we can fit another one in there, and then that should free up. Okay, so what we might need to do is load these in like 2 trips. Because we'll get this one. Then we need to see how much space we've got. So we've got 10, another 10, and then this will free up some more space. I mean, I guess they're a kind of mini torpedo. Now how many we've got? 3, 6, 7. Okay. Right, let's go and load these into flimsy already. Which means we're gonna have to kind of climb past my tree or trees in here to do that. Okay, so decoy tube. Load. Cool. I like that they've actually got little compartments for it. You know, that's kind of cool. It's I want to say semi-realistic, but like, I don't think, you know, we're loading it into one tube. I mean, I suppose they could have chambers, like a revolver even, for each decoy, but you would have thought maybe that'd be more even than having just 5, but either way, we got 3 in there, and we need 2 more titanium. Cool. Okay. So now we've got... Well, let's go and grab the rest of our gear back first before we forget. So we need both of those. We need that whole line of stuff. We need 2 of these, and we need both of those. Yeah. Okay, so let's go and load these in, and then we're good for decoys. And then we're going to have to take a look at...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
That's fine, I've just left. But then we need to take a look at kind of what we're going to need for our base and start kind of breaking it down, packing it up, loading it onto flimsy here, so that we can take it down with us. Because so far, I think we've been alright with... Because we've got the shield. We've got silent running, and we've been able to dodge a lot of stuff just by keeping our eyes out. But now that we've got those, like, my biggest issue is that with the kind of ghost or phantom leviathan juveniles that are down in the Lost River, I've not faced them yet, like, at all. And so having kind of the issues with tackling them, you know, it's not just the fact that they're big and scary, it's the fact that they're big, scary, and possibly in the most confined space that you come across something that is that big and that scary. And so as a result, we want to make sure that we're good to go. So what we're going to need, though, so we've got power. Oh no, this is electronics. We've got power somewhere down here. Where is it? Like, Seamoth, we need one of those again eventually, but we can wait for that. What do we need for that? A computer chip. We might do that before we go down, because that might be useful for getting stuff off our hull, maybe. Or maybe we'll build another... I don't know. We'll take a look at that later. Vehicle upgrades, the scanner room, the Cyclops upgrades, base. So hold on, we need a we're probably going to need a foundation, which is 4. We're going to need a multi-purpose room, which is 6. That's fine. We can do 10 titanium. That's not going to be a problem.
Calorie deficiency detected.
We're going to need a hatch, which is what? So that's 12 titanium and some glass. It's just
vital signs stabilizing.
Feed ourselves up there. Yeah, so we're going to need what? 12 titanium, a piece of glass, and then titanium ingot, 2 magnetite, and some lubricant, or 2 titanium ingots, 3 lead, and lubricant. But then we're also with this one we just drop it down and it connects as long as it's close enough. And that's just 1 gold and 1 titanium, which isn't necessarily the hardest to get hold of. But here we're going to need to build the rods, and we're going to need to build more of those for here, for this base eventually. Which that in itself, it's not the hardest, but it's also not the easiest to do in a rush. So I'm thinking we're going to have to take down. Well, we're going to need, what, 12 titanium, 1 glass, plus the stuff that we need for this, which is another 10 titanium, 2 magnetite, and a bottle of lubricant, essentially, as well as enough titanium and gold to build power transmitters so that we can get energy from the hot zones to where we actually need it. And then also I'm going to want some... Well, that's only 2 titanium, so that's fine. So we can grab a little bit more titanium. Because we're going to want... So if we take another 4 titanium as well, then we can have air, water, food down there as a not necessarily the safest of places, but hey ho. Right, let's take a look at what we've already got then. So we've got that for the glass. We've got, whoops, didn't mean to take the silver. We don't need the silver this time round. We should probably take another first aid kit and stick it on the Cyclops. Actually, we've got a whole load of uranite. I'm pretty sure that was for here that I just haven't got round to using yet. So I don't. We've got thermal in mind, so we'll use thermal. But hold on. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 10. So that's our. We can turn that into an ingot straight away. And then we've got 3, 6, 9, 12 there. So okay, and then we've already got some lubricant. Okay, so we've already got a lot of the stuff that we're going to need in a lot of ways. So let's just turn that into the ingot that we're going to need. Turn this into the glass that we're going to need. Okay. So we've got the glass for that. We've got enough titanium for... Okay, right. What I'm going to do is we're going to trundle across and we're going to have different lockers for the different things that we need. Let's be organised about this. So, locker 1...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Locker 1
systems online.
is going to be for our habitat. So the glass can go in there for the moment. In fact, we're going to need more than that, aren't we? Because that's 3, 6, 9, 12. So that's... Yeah, okay. So let's say lockers 1 and 2 for the habitat. Locker 3 can be for power supply. And then let's just go and ditch this extra first aid kit that I wanted to bring with us. stash that in there. Yeah. Because then we do have this stuff up here, and we do want stuff like sulfur and kyanite from down in the zones that we're kind of planning for here. So, you know, we're gonna have to keep that in mind as well. So, yeah, we'll take that. And we'll just drink one of those. Okay. Right. So now this is the 12. Then we've got another one there. We've got some lubricant already. Let's just double check that that's... Yeah, magnetite. I don't know if we've actually still got any of that. Well, we need more gold. We apparently, fortuitously, we already had magnetite. So that's everything that we need for this, isn't it? Yeah, we've got titanium ingot already over there. We've got the magnetite. We've got the lubricant. Okay, that's already sorted. And we've got gold and titanium. We could maybe use some more titanium and gold, but at the same time I think gold is fairly readily available down there. We need a little bit more titanium for this star. No, not that. For... wherever it is. There it is. For that stuff. And then... so what I might do is just go and grab... like a load of other titanium. We might take some titanium and lithium with us as well to reinforce the base. Right, 3, 4. Stick the rest of the gold in there, the magnetite and the lubricant. So that's all. That's the beginnings of our power supply stuff. Here we've got load of. So that's 11 titanium there. So let's go back over. I realise this is maybe not the most entertaining video, guys, but at the same time, you know, we're planning here. We're making sure that we've got everything, and you guys can tell me down in the comments if there's anything else that you think I should take with me before I actually go down, and I can take a look in the next before doing the next one maybe, and we can see, although I might roll straight on from this one to doing it, so then you we'll see how it goes. But right, so we've got some lithium, but what we do need, we can take these with us as well actually. Oh, and we should probably take the artifacts because we're going to need those. So what we really need at the moment, right now, is to just quickly go and get ourselves some more titanium, especially because we're going to run dry on that fairly quickly, I think. Let's just ditch these health packs in here because I have a feeling that we're going to end up... I want to keep that one. We're going to end up needing them. We'll ditch the artifacts in here for the moment so that they're safe, because they're kind of a rarer commodity. I mean, maybe, I'm pretty sure there's at least one other artifact that we can get hold of, like, intact in the precursor gun. So maybe before the end of today's episode we'll go and take a look at that. How long have we been going so far? We've been going just over 20 minutes. So we'll go and take a look at that. But yeah, we need titanium first. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Hardy out, kind of out to see our stalker friends. Going to take them out. Oh, not take them out, but go and visit them and borrow, I say borrow, I mean steal, some of their, yeah, we'll take some more copper. It's always nice, I suppose. Yep, we'll take the titanium. Right, what I need to do is just quickly pop out your grappling hook arm, because you need to be able to pick stuff up. we need to take advantage of your inventory. Right. So let's get over here and borrow from our stalker friends with their... There we go, here's some metal. Oh, so we got metal salvage, got some titanium right there. Where are you, big friend? Can't see you.
Caution, blood nutrient levels decreasing. Calorie intake
Dying again already? Okay then. Might just grab a fish. Seems like a reasonable enough way to deal with it. Let's head this way a bit more, so we don't have all the little bitey, blood-sucking things coming after us as well. Before we stop and grab ourselves some fish to eat. Up here. Are there? Because I'm pretty sure this thing is kind of heat resistant. Because this thing has thermal recharge as well. All that hot stuff. Right? Can we get down here? Because yeah, we've got. Like, this isn't hurting me, but will this? Oh, rotten cooked peeper. Well, we don't really want them if they're rotten. I was thinking that we might be lucky and they might be fresh down there, but no such luck, I guess. Let's just ditch that. Fine, we can. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this, please, and that should be there, and this should be here. Right, but we need fish. So, oh, where'd you go? There you are.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Gary fish, Gary. Eh. Nom. More for any more. I mean, I could always scan some of these guys as well, but they're little and they're easy to scan, so we might do that later on. But on the... What the hell? I have no idea what just happened there. That was a lot of... That was a lot of dust and stuff just falling off a cliff. But... Hey-ho. Right. So I wanted to... at one point I wanted to go down and get those... get hold of a crab snake scan as well, didn't I? Silver. We don't need silver at the moment. It's interesting how at one point we went from needing silver for everything and not being able to find it, and then they did a couple little changes to the recipes and things, and then silver kind of went from being one of the most wanted things to kind of not really being a thing that was necessary anymore. But hey ho. It's life, I guess. Okay. There's bits and pieces down there, but is that a proper wreck, or is it... Looks like it could be a proper wreck. But I'm wary that this area might not be a friendly one. And we don't want just stuff spawning in on us like it has done in the past. So, let's just have a quick look in here, shall we? Well, we got PDAs. We've got abandoned PDAs. We've got a door to cut through. Okay, that didn't seem to have anything as useful to it. Is this something that we need? No, apparently not. Okay, that's fine. Let's have a quick look down here, shall we? If this leads me around the other side of the door that needs cutting through, it does. Is there anything useful in here, though? Lock door. Door that needs cutting through. Beyond that, or is that the door that needs cutting through? Do you know what? Let's actually just trim our way through that door and find out, shall we? Laser cutter. There we go. If it is, then oh well. And it is. Good for us. Okay, in which case, that's cool. We've checked this place out. Now we need to go back to our quest for titanium. Let's just have a quick look. How much storage? Okay, so we're full. We're full up on titanium now. Okay, now we can pick up 5 more. 5 more plus 1 other small thing. Now, the question that I have is how many other Altera ships have been out here? Because I don't know, I can't remember if the Degassi is an Altera ship. I don't think it is, necessarily. But, like, all of these wrecks, all of the wrecks and damaged ships and things that are down here all seem to be a very similar kind of Altera configuration, yeah. And whilst the whole front of the Aurora got blown off, I don't think all of them came from all of these wrecks came from the Aurora just by itself. And so my question is, for how long have these... has kind of Altera been sending ships out here, losing them, and then potentially really not giving a shit? Like, the other thing that kind of confuses me is that with... like, I believe the mission for... I mean, we'll make certain of all of this stuff when we actually go through all of the various logs and data files and things that we've picked up. When we go through them in full, we'll be able to be sure of this. But from what I remember, like, the mission for the Aurora, our ship, was to set up a new phase gate, I think, a new transit conduit. And yet, I don't, you know, everything that we found on the ship seems to suggest far more in the way of kind of aquatic exploration than anything else. Yeah, unless the prawn suit here is just a multi-purpose kind of suit for all kinds of hazardous environment, but then if that is also the case, why is it called a prawn suit? You know, why are there seems to be a lot of stuff, a lot of promotional stuff, like the posters that we've got that are all about the prawn suit being kind of like an underwater thing, underwater mining suit. Like, how much of what we're doing here is kind of almost pre-planned is one of my questions, because it's like we've got, let's just pop out and grab the one piece of copper that I picked up, because then we can pick up 2 more.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But like the ship, like we've not found phase gate components or anything else. I mean, it's possible that they're the parts that got blown up the most, but we found like, oh come on, yeah, there we go. We found kind of research equipment, we found kind of engineering equipment, but then all of the kind of environment specific equipment that we've come across is the prawn suit, the sea moth, the cyclops. They're all kind of underwater exploration and mining and survival kind of equipment. So I don't know, it just piques my interest as to whether or not parts of this story are looking very much towards kind of you and the people on the Aurora were an expendable crew who were there to, you know, you were asked to go and do this job, but also you were asked to go and do some other stuff, and there was the theory that you would probably get lost in an environment similar to the survivors of the Degassi. You know, maybe there's more information about them that has been retrieved from somewhere that gave our superiors, our previous superiors at Altera, kind of a little bit more info. Just bash those bloodsuckers and some other fish to pieces. Yeah, it's just like there's a lot of stuff to this that just kind of, I don't know, seems to suggest that maybe we've been led down a path that wasn't healthy for us, and you know, without even realizing it. So again, you know, I feel like this game is very good at giving you the kind of sense of hopelessness and stuff that other games have maybe tried for but not done as well with, just because this game has a big focus on isolation and kind of seeing the things that you're arguably supposed to care about. You know, the potential for other people on the planet, the potential for rescue, the potential for other survivors. You know, all of it disappears. And granted, you know, I've played through kind of, didn't want to do that either really, because I need to get the stuff out of the storage. But hey, it's like, I don't know, there's just so much to this game that's just like, we're going to dangle hope in front of your face and then take it away. And so I just kind of, I'm hoping that when we get to the actual ending of the game, because, you know, getting down to the various research facilities, precursor bases and things, finding all the big creatures, finding the Sea Emperor, you know, all of that jazz, that's all well and good. That's, you know,
Calorie deficiency detected.
That's all great, but at the same time, you know, we need... Why are you inactive? Oh dear. need to sort that out in a minute. Let's just go and stash this stuff. Grab something to eat over here so that we can use the
Welcome aboard, Captain.
the fruit from our
All
plants
systems
there
online.
to shove into the bioreactor. What am I doing? So we need for our... I think what we'll do, because... Can we stick? Yeah, we can stick a little bit more in there, but then number 4 is also going to be a load of titanium. Okay. Can I... I've been trying to access his storage. No, I can't, can I? I've tried to access his storage a few times from, like, whilst he's docked. But... doesn't seem to work. Which I guess is fair enough. You know, it's right here. It's where the clamps are sat on top of him. So... we can leave one titanium in there. At least we'll know where it is. Right, so let's... come on. Let's go and break this stuff down. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'll finish sorting this stuff out, because then we'll know that we've got everything here that we need. But there are some things that I think we could still benefit from, like getting like a load of stuff from the gun we saw blow up our friends. Because I think we went inside to take a quick look, but I don't think we went all the way through there, did we? So what I'm thinking is that I'll stash this stuff here, because there should be more ion crystals in there as well, which we can use. So if we
Vital signs stabilizing.
kind of go back in there first. So if I go back up to the island, once we're all packed up, once we're ready for everything and anything, then if we head back up to the floating island, at which point then, once we've done that, we can... There we go. Can set that going again. You gonna? Yeah. So, okay. What I'm thinking I'll do, guys, then, is I'm going to save here. Which I'll just do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to like grab the last few things that we could possibly need in terms of artifacts from the gun and in terms of any other just random materials that we can pick up. At which point then, after we've picked those things up, it will be time for us to head back down into the Lost River to go and find out what the various research facilities have for us. And then before we head towards the power generation center and into the final kind of Emperor Leviathan prison, Sea Emperor Leviathan prison, to see where that takes us, then in between those parts we'll do the sit down and we'll go through all of the documentation that we've picked up so far. I mean, we've got 60 odd things. Yeah, this is just the voice logs from all the things that we've been told over the radio and stuff. So that's fair enough. But we've got 64 odd things of all sorts to go through, and we can start patching the story together. But guys, I have already saved, yeah. But guys, otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave us a like, share this video, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care.